Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So as I told you guys, classic Spidey can do the endgame contents. Here I am with EOP Dormammu solo. And this is one of my favorite fights in EOP. So let's go through the nodes and see how Spidey counters each node in a very beautiful way. So first of all, we all know Dormammu is very annoying because of his degeneration mechanic. Whenever any buff expires on you or gets nullified by Dormammu, you will eat a lot of degeneration damage. But there is a very interesting note on this fight which states that you are 90% resistant to degeneration damage, but whenever you feel a bar of power, that 90% resistance gets reduced by 30%. So in general, you are resistant to 90% of the damage, but when you are feeling your first bar of power, you are only 60% resistant, and when you are feeling your second bar of power, you are 30% resistant, and when you are at 3 bars of power, you are not at all resistant to degeneration. So my entire goal throughout this fight will be to stay under 1 bar of power, and as soon as I will get 1 bar of power, I will immediately throw that special. So that will be helping me in two ways. First of all, this note also states that whenever you are under a degeneration effect and you knock down the opponent, that degeneration will get transferred from the attacker to the defender. So it will help me to transfer my degen to Dormammu, and in this way I will be able to do a lot more damage. And secondly, Spidey's special one is having some amazing debuffs which can counter both evade as well as unstoppable. Now why this is important? Because there is also Footloose in this fight. So we all know what happens in Footloose. Whenever the defender throws his special attack, he gets both evade and unstoppable buff. And there is another node where it states that whenever Dormammu will throw his special attack, he will go stun immune for 7 to 8 seconds. So knocking down while he is unstoppable will be extremely difficult. That's why constantly spamming the special ones will help me to completely avoid the evade and unstoppable, basically the Footloose. There is another thing. So if you're thinking if you can avoid the degeneration damage completely by bringing a buff immune champ, that will not happen because that is buffed up. So you need to have 3 buffs on yourself to do damage at all. Now there is another node called placebo node where whenever you are hitting the opponent, there is a 40% chance for you to gain a placebo buff. Now that's very interesting because you don't need to have a champ who gets a lot of buffs. You can almost use any champ, but you have to stay very aggressive. If you can stay very aggressive, you will have 3 placebo buffs on yourself throughout the entire fight. Now how can you stay aggressive? If your opponent throws his special in a very active way, if your opponent AI, if Dormammu also stays aggressive, then only you can also be aggressive. And that's where the taunt debuff again comes to play. You will notice throughout the entire fight, Dormammu will stay in his corner throughout the entire fight because he was just spamming his specials. The taunt debuffs were forcing him to throw his specials. And that's the advantage I have over other slow champs like Hawkeye, Spider-Man. They're also countering the evade and unstoppable, but sometimes Dormammu just decides to not throw his special. And that's where the trouble begins. My placebo duo starts to fall off, I don't do any damage, I start getting pushed to my own corner, he reaches his special too, and then the fight just ends there. But that's where Spidey is having the advantage, and that's why he cheeses this fight, and that's why I consider him as one of the best counters for this fight. I hope you guys have also enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.